Welcome back. Gonna continue where we left off last time, I believe. I actually recorded a bunch of, I recorded like another hour and a half of the game, and when I went to edit it, the file was messed up, and none of the video was recorded for some reason. So I'm re-recording a couple of these quests real quick. So we're gonna get on to flying class. We'll finally get flying, and we can travel around school and the world a little bit quicker.
Who do you think will fall from their broom first?
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started.
It's one of others, so many fifth years in this
your attention,
class.
please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome.
Hello. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now,
Wonder how many
let's see how
teams
well
there are.
everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up!
Up.
Up, you stupid ratty school broom!
Up.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off.
Not a huge fan of the flying controls. There's a few things I might have to figure out how to rebind and make it a little easier.
And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once.
The main part is diving is left control, and that
Good.
just always
Now,
a pain for me.
For your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care.
This'll
The
take
brooms
some
are
getting used
school
to.
property. I want them returned in one piece.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Ooh, really moving along.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we?
Now that you've learned not to fall off your broom immediately, I'm gonna send you around the castle.
This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view.
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
Aha! Brilliant.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
Yeah, flying just adds so
Whoa.
much
Our
to
aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
exploring the world.
Ah!
I guess somebody threw some toast in the water there.
Made it. Oh, did anyone else see that?
Oh, well done. Have a moment. I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Hufflepuff like you might be interested in some high-flying fun?
Of course.
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
There's our
How is
common room.
Everett flying so quickly?
Right down there in those windows.
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
That
You
boost
sure you're
wears
not
out
part
quick when you're
hippogriff?
up high. When you fly low to the ground when you first get your broom, you basically get
There's the
infinite
famous
boost.
bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts.
All the
This is
owls.
quite the tour, Everett.
Yeah, that is quite a hike from the school to the owlery, where you have to walk up all those steps over there.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back.
Let's see if it'll do it. You get really low to the ground. Infinite boost.
Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. And where have you two been? Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton,
Look at
I'm
his face.
disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day.
Yeah, he's a 5th year in the beginning flying
As
class.
for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
Totally.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models.
And
I'll
students.
keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Madam Kagawa, about what happened in class.
No need to discuss it further. Losing points for Hufflepuff should serve as a deterrent against future escapades. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that I teach you a few additional spells, so please keep an eye out for an owl from me. You're also welcome to drop by any time with questions.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Illicit spell practice. Sounds fun.
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
Okay, so we've got...
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Okay. So there's our, let's see. She's talking about getting practice out of the view of prying eyes. We'll go ahead and meet Mrs. Weasley. Alright, here we are at the astronomy tower.
Revelio.
there's the tapestry of Barnaby. What is his name? Barnaby the Barmy. Barnabas the Barmy. Tapestry depicts the wizard Barnabas the Barmy's foolish attempt to train trolls for the ballet. One can only imagine the impact on the arts had he succeeded. Funk. Alright.
Professor Weasley?
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Walking back and forth. Thinking about something you need.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
Alright. Looks familiar.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking.
Go ahead and something real quick. I didn't put in my extra spell slots. Since I was just replaying this real quick, I had to play it from an old save to get to go back.
Your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away. Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Revelio.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf?
So huge.
Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
I've been meaning to look this up and see who the heck this is. Hey, I've waited here for ages. Perhaps you were assigned a few more inches of parchment than you'd expected. Let me know if you want to try to meet again. Sincerely, T. A and T. I'm gonna look that up real quick and see who that is. See if somebody's figured it out. Found a house with a couple letters from Tarek and Ada, so perhaps it's the letters say they used to be Hogwarts students in love, but always met in secret because their family doesn't approve of them. The next letter says they're running away to another country. Oh, yeah, I do remember finding a couple letters like that in a town further down when I was exploring. I believe it's in my other playthrough.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio.
Oops. Is that too far?
Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Revelio. Revelio.
Bit offended the room thought I needed a bath. Cheeky thing.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here?
Revelio.
What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Yeah, that's flying around.
Perhaps you should summon your witch
Accio.
to find out!
I'm not sure if this is actually the way most people get this. It's the only way I've figured out how to get this chest. Like pull it over at an angle. Yeah. I guess that's the only way to really get that.
Revelio. Accio.
I hope that house elf can find us in here.
There he is. Dink.
Yikes! Careful!
Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You know, I'm wondering how many people have, discovered the room of requirement, and had their own kids and taught them where it was, because that'd be a heck of a leg up for studying, doing the things that help you in school, or escaping, get yourself some privacy.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
Okay, so this for identifying any gear that you get that's unidentified. So got this on the scarf. But yeah, another little tip is you can basically break down anything.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Okay, conjure potting table and potting station.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deek will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deek?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student. Deek has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deek tell you more when he's ready, but again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
I will be sure to speak with Deek if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Okay. Now we have to talk to her again.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
Complete the tasks I've given you, and then meet me in my classroom to learn Defender, the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
Okay, so we got a new assignment from Professor Sharp, so we can learn Defender. Now we should have enough moonstone to do this.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Okay, so we gotta do 5 decorations on the wall, 5 on the floor. Alright, so wall decoration. Okay, and 5 on the floor.
Good work. Shall we move on?
Stuff I'll be breaking down and redoing later.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
Can't do that yet. Oh, size and color. Okay.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience?
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
And now we've got more room. That's the room I use mostly. And what I hate is that room can be made larger, but only by beating the game. This one specific room. And it would be way more useful if it would have done that earlier on in the game.
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
And our next quest, in the Shadow of the Undercroft. Let's see, we've also got a flight test and demanding delivery. We're gonna go meet Sebastian and learn a new spell.
Over here.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised.
I don't know about that. I mean, it stands out. That's pretty conspicuous. I mean, there's like nothing else over here, and then there's just a weird box with all these little dials and knobs and stuff on it. I wonder how many kids come over here and play with it just to, I mean, when I was a kid, if I saw something like this, I'd be playing with it just to figure out what the heck it is. I mean, look at all those little knobs and dials.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He
Revelio.
named the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us.
Okay,
He never confides in anyone.
Don't
But he's
tell
trusted
anybody.
me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts.
I mean, a major asshole.
Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
Oh,
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it.
he likes to burn.
I can teach it to you safely here. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Confringo! Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think nice work. How's it feel? That's it!
I think I've got it.
Well done.
I think Ominous might notice that a few things have been destroyed.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. So this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here
ominous.
for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the port key, and Gringotts, and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Okay. So we've discovered the Undercroft and learned a new spell.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait.
Yep.
You there. I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room.
I don't know.
Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
I make him seem like such a prick. But he's actually a really, nice guy. Well, at least a good friend.
Trust me, Ominous. I won't say a word. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Okay. Don't get on Sebastian's bad side. I mean, Ominous's bad side.
For a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
And now we've got a quest from Professor Garlick. And what are those prerequisites? Okay, we got to use a Venomous Tentacula, and we've got to use a Mandrake on multiple enemies at once. Not just an enemy, but multiple enemies. And we've got to report to Professor Fig, because evidently he's back. Guess we got a letter from him? Yeah, we did. I just didn't read it out loud. Returned rather unproductive trip to the ministry, hoping your time has been more fruitful than mine. Oh, and that's the report that Helen survived her sudden attack in Azkaban. I've already read that one. Okay, and I've already done that. Okay, well, let's go talk to,
Is the knee reversal hex really so sinister? Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom?
Yes,
Got a few
I am.
rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
and they perform all the same. They're just cosmetic changes. Different.
You said disrupted trade routes caused you to close Spintwitches?
Terrible it's been. Trade routes reported as unusable. Evidently criminals are overtaking roads, threatening hamlets. I can fly safely almost anywhere, but you try flying with an inventory of brooms on your back. No easy feat. Right then, back to work. If a particular broom takes your fancy, just let me know.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
We got just enough to buy one. I got some stuff to sell too. Yeah.
Nice doing business with you.
Okay, so here's what the brooms look
That
like.
item is of the highest quality.
This one looks kind of meh, but it has a really cool tail effect. Shoots like purple smoke when you fly. This one is the best looking, I think, here. And it has like a little fiery tail.
That
Of
item
course,
is of the
house broom is
highest
boring.
quality.
This one's okay. It's got a little lantern, so it has like a light that shines down on the ground. It's pretty, and I think it looks alright.
That item
same
is of
with
the
this one.
highest quality.
But I don't think it looks as good. I don't like the tail. And this one, I'm not a big fan of either. But this is the one I think Madame Kagawa was flying. But I'm going to go with
That
my
item is of the highest quality.
normal first one.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
Sounds fun.
Sounds as if you took Kagawa's class.
I did, but my focus on the technical elements of brooms rather than the art of flying drove her mad. She thinks it fitting I run Spintwitches now. I don't reckon either of us ever pictured me batting away bludgers for the Cannons or Puddlemere United. And I find a certain satisfaction in winning over the naysayers who think I may be too young to run this shop. With your help, I can continue proving myself the most knowledgeable purveyor of wizarding sporting goods around.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price.
Special price.
The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
He did give a hint about flying. You'll notice that speed is inconsistent at greater heights.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
It's because, like I pointed out earlier, when you fly close to the ground, you basically get infinite boost at the start, at least. Let's go ahead and grab our potion delivery quest.
I wonder what Merlin would think.
And now that we got a broom, we can get down there pretty quickly.
Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
Hello, Mr. Pippin. You need help with a delivery?
Yes, I do. A capable student such as yourself should have no trouble making the trip to Cambridge. It's just south of Hogwarts.
What do you need delivered?
Fatima Lawang ordered a few invisibility potions. I used to go myself, but lately Fatima has taken to turning every visit into an argument.
She's
constantly complaining about the quality of my stock. But how can I maintain excellence when she orders so often, giving me no time to brew? If you take this rather irritating task off my hands, I'd happily allow you to claim the delivery fee from Fatima.
I'd be happy to help with the delivery.
You've no idea how grateful I am, truly. Here are the
We'll figure that
invisibility
out.
potions she requested. Hopefully she won't give you too much trouble. She's a talented potioneer in her own right. I dare say I wouldn't mind having a look at her potion recipes one day.
Alright, so we're going to head down and deliver the potions. Alright, I'm going to show you. See, look, when you're flying this close to the ground, you have basically infinite boost, so you can fly a lot faster. But, of course, you have to worry about obstacles. Following the road and accidentally running into enemies. But I've never been, like, hit off my broom or anything. But you can also just kind of follow the road. Of course, I had to be doing this at night. Little countryside houses. See, I got a little high there.
Revelio.
The tilted house.
Pippin should have been here by now.
And she's already complaining about Pippin. Let's see what's
Always
in here.
late, that Pippin.
Ooh, potion recipe book.
Madam Luang, I have a delivery from J. Pippin's potions.
Sent a child to do his work for him, did
He
he?
didn't want to see you.
Always cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Did he have you brew them for him as well? Doesn't matter. You could probably do it better than he can anyway.
She is a prick.
Why do you keep ordering from him if you think the quality to be inferior?
It would seem I have more and more customers who are trying to stay out of sight. I'm not one to judge. You can simply imagine the stress I'm under to deliver quality products. Unlike some vendors, I strive to keep my customers satisfied.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying to cheat his customers. Cutting corners to save some galleons for himself at the expense of quality. You'll not be getting a canut out of me until you prove the potion works. Drink it.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
I should think so.
It seems to have worked.
Well, I suppose that will do.
If the demand for potions is as high as you say, have you considered being easier to work with?
Yeah.
Perhaps combining your recipes and skills?
Not a chance. That ne'er-do-well had his shop handed to him. The rest of us had to make our own way. I'll not give him the benefit of my hard work and gumption. If he fails on his own, so be it.
Very well. I shall let Mr. Pippin know I delivered the potions as requested.
You do that.
What do you have for sale?
This will do just fine. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Fast
Always been
travel point.
keen on Keenbridge.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we?
I delivered the potions to Fatima Luang.
Very good. And did she cause you any trouble?
I can see why you didn't want to go. She was quite cantankerous.
I do truly appreciate your help.
That's a word
And
for it.
at least it's done with.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Pippin.
Likewise. Worth every bit of that delivery fee to have someone capable deal with that witch.
By the way, I found this book of potion recipes in Keenbridge. Might it be useful to you?
Is this Fatima's recipe book?
Oh, so tempted to say she doesn't deserve it. Oh well, I'm gonna be nice about it.
Oh, I had no idea it was hers.
Some things are sacred amongst potioneers. I shall return it to her immediately.
After having a peek.
Revelio.
Okay. So we've learned how to fly. We've got our broom. Learned Confringo, so we can set things on fire from a distance now.
Accio.
Instead of close up. And we've got a few new quests unlocked. So we've got 2 assignments to do. Flight test. So this one is basically just gotta do Thunder Brew against enemies. We gotta use plants. I can just throw. You don't have to use the Venomous Tentacula in combat. So on the Mandrake is the only one that you have to do in combat. You have to do it against multiple enemies. So I should be able to do those 2 at the exact same time. And then we've got to report to Professor Fig, let him know about the map chamber, and then take the book down to the map chamber. And we'll get to that next time, but that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.